Second time they beat you this season. What is it about the matchup with Boston College that makes it
Well,
so challenging?
Post is a different animal. Mark, they got. I tell you, no discredit whatsoever. Kelly played well for them. Ashton Langford has been a good player for them for a while. League Bay, we're trying to offer, as much help as we can through the post. We never could get the matchup right, and back on the perimeter it comes, and they made some shots that they that they haven't made over the course of the year.
What was their defense doing to make it a tough shooting night for Hunter and Sean tonight?
Not a lot, I don't think. I thought we had great shots. I thought those kids took great shots. Didn't seem to have their same pop, I think, consequently, and it's very rare for our teams. I thought that affected. I thought that affected our defense too, and that can't happen. You're gonna have some nights when you don't shoot it as well, but you got to continue to, to do the right things and rely on your habits defensively. And we didn't do that. We had a couple of strong side threes. The ball's on this side, and that shot is made on the same side, and that can never happen, and it did. So, who else?
Boston College won the rebounding battle by 10.
Yeah.
What kind of went into that result as the game went on?
Not acceptable, Will. And our team has been pretty good in that regard against really good teams. We're just behind some plays because of Post and what we're trying to do to him. A couple of missed box outs. Let's be honest.
33 for Grant. What did he give you guys offensively tonight?
He gave us everything he could, everything he had in his tank, David. Very proud of him, and hate that we negated such an effort with not playing our best basketball.
Basili was grabbing his right elbow in the last minute.
Yeah,
Is he all right?
Sam, he hurt that last year at Wright State. He only shot 28% from three last year, and it's nothing structural. It just, bless you. It just it's just something daily. He's in there all the time getting treatment on the thing. Didn't affect his scoring tonight.
Their ability to get points off the bench. How much do you really think that helped them?
I think it was pretty significant. Kelly played well for them. I guess a League Bay started, but 24 McLaughlin did start. That was a big deal for them. Yes, I agree.
Coach, on a night like tonight, where the ball's just not going in the hoop the way you want it to, especially from downtown, does the approach change at all? What do you kind of say to your guys? Do you let them keep shooting? Do you try and feed it inside a little bit more?
Well, Giovanni, we had 40 against Virginia in here on Saturday. I thought we had a pretty good mix. We had guys shooting the ball that we wanted shooting the ball. We're 25 games into this thing now. We're not reinventing the wheel. We've got good players. We've got guys that can really shoot the basketball. Just have to do it better on Saturday at Notre Dame.
Defensively, what really made it tough to just defend their three ball since they made 50%?
Again, we're trying to offer more to Post to get the ball out of there, and we had a couple of busted coverages. And I'll be interested. I can't say that I'm excited. I'll be interested to go back and see it on film and see exactly what transpired. But I'm sure as I look back, all correctable. I hope that I hate that we have to, lose that ball game to learn those lessons that we've harped on for a long time now.
Obviously, you'd have to deal with Post in the first meeting. What was the different dynamic that he brought? He's been on a roll lately.
Well, the positives were more than the negatives. Without Post, they can really disrupt some things defensively. With Post, they don't have that ability, but he's such a, I mean, he's got it. And he made 3 threes tonight. He had 2 in the first half, I think, maybe 3. And he looks like, I mean, really good passer. We went and got him in the first half, right to the top of the floor it goes, which cannot happen. Right to the top of the floor, made 3. He's just he's a load. He's a load, and we couldn't slow him down.
Mike, what gives you confidence that you guys can make a run here at the end of the season?
Well, I've seen us be really good, Anthony, and know that we have it. It's got to be night in, night out, and it has been here for a bit. We got 7 left, 4 on the road, 3 at home. Load it up. Let's go play.
But the matchup with Virginia Tech that's now worked out for you twice now this year.
I'm not 100% sure, just, thankful for our players, that they were able to experience that, but I'm not 100% sure because they're a really good team. They're old. Got a lot of respect for Mike Young, been knowing him since he was an assistant at Wofford, So, good coach, good program. They're doing good stuff. They got good players. Just fortunate that we were able to play well enough to win.
What was the defensive game plan to try to make it tougher for Padula and Couture shooting-wise today?
We just wanted to try to do what we do, we didn't have a lot of tweaks. It's February, so you're going to be guided by your principles. So whoever you are going to come out. And so we really didn't make a lot of tweaks. In the last couple of weeks, we've been just saying, hey, ball screens we guard it like this, handoffs we guard it like this. We just try to be physical, try to make sure we make them, be there so they can put it on the floor and not get rhythm threes. Thought our guys did a good job fighting, and just being there on the catch or the handoffs being there.
Chaz Kelly talked about how you guys sort of emphasize like a hunting mentality. Do you think you guys played that sort of mentality tonight?
I mean, we try. It's a pursuit. Every time you put on the jersey and tie your sneakers, you want to try to go after it pretty hard. And with a young team like ours, sometimes you just don't know how they're gonna respond in different environments. But the guys, they playing hard. They're playing together. They're being very unselfish, and so we're trying to become a good team. We're trying to become a good program, so it's just a process to get to that. But I thought today was a good step in the right direction.
What did you like about the way the ball moved offensively? Quentin mentioned that you guys were trying to emphasize swinging the ball back and forth and utilizing the pick and roll really well. What did you think about your offense?
Yeah, they're a really good defensive team. They make it hard for you to score. They're in the gaps. They're usually pretty good positions, so we wanted to move them and spread them out, because try to get anything on the first side, it's hard to get to the paint. So I thought we did a really good job of being mature, which haven't always been, something we've mastered. But today was a good step, mature enough to get second or third side if you need to give the defense a chance to break down. I thought we did a really good job of that.
All right, let's go to Zoom with Zurab, please.
With Jaden going down there in the first half, how important was Chaz Kelly stepping up there?
He's a point guard, and you get a lot of repetitions in practice. He's very successful in practice. His team wins a lot. And in the last 3 or 4 games, he's been playing, 13 or 14 minutes. So never had to play 30 minutes, but he's played 13 or 14, meaningful minutes in the last 4 games. Every night at least getting on the floor, getting some experience. So I think he was prepared for this moment to step up and just go out and help his team. I never thought it'd be 30 minutes, but I thought he would play 15 to 20 minutes today, even if Jaden Zachary was healthy.
Dan?
Coach Quentin mentioned just the second half kind of open with baskets being traded, and that's not typically your style. When that happens, is there a tendency to want to keep riding a hot hand on the shot, or is the messaging to kind of dial back and get back into your system and buckle down into that defensive style to limit offensive opportunities for the opponent?
We want to play opportunistic basketball. Obviously, if we get a stop, we want to try to see if we can go attack and get a layup, dunk, foul, a really good 3 by good shooters. But if we don't get that, we want to control the tempo. because we don't, especially on the road, because you don't want to let the crowd get too involved, and you don't want to let the team get easy layups and dunks. That's how the crowd really get hectic and you know, really loud. So we want to control the tempo if we can't get anything easy. And so, but we do want to run. We do want to run and play opportunistic basketball. But you got to be able to make the decision: do you go fast or do you grind?
Sir up.
I know this game just got done, but coming up a pretty strong string of games, how important is it to come out firing against NC State at home Saturday?
Hadn't thought about it yet. You know, in this league, it's a fight on every corner. So I mean, it don't really matter. All the games the same. You know, so you got to focus on your preparation and then try to go play the best game you can play. Kind of got to let the chips fall where they may, because the league is good and it's good teams and good coaches. So hadn't thought about that at all. You know, we'll think about that tonight and tomorrow morning. Come up with a plan and play the game.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Coach.
Yep.
Quentin, when they kind of sent a couple double teams your way in the first half, you were looking for some good plays and find your teammates. What kind of stuff, plays like that, what kind of sense did you have what was working in that first half for you?
It's not really sets. It's more like kind of the way I've been playing recently, like just a lot of attention on me. So I got like the first few games, teams started to double me. It was kind of hard for me. I kind of struggled with that. Right now, coach told me like kind of to invite those doubles, kind of try to help my teammates out like that. So it was big time. But especially credit to those guys knocking down those shots. You know, making me look good too, getting the assist. So so big time.
And you think you guys out rebounded them by 10? What kind of went into that? Just your overall dominance on the boards, man?
I mean, me personally, I think the whole team, we kind of came in with a kind of passion, you know, against these guys. I saw the spread, 13.5 their way. So I don't know, that kind of set wrong with me. And last time we beat them at home, I wasn't even there. And last year we beat them too, so I didn't really understand that. So yeah, we were just fired up. We really wanted to play these guys. We really wanted to play physical. So yeah, I think that shows on the rebounds for sure.
What allowed you guys to be so effective from three tonight? Maybe that you weren't able to do for the rest of the year. What was specific for you guys tonight?
Honestly, our coach always talks about hunting, and on the road, he always preaches we gotta be 6 to 8 points better. I mean, against the other team, against the rest, we just gotta lock in and just know like, hey, like we're gonna look out for ourselves, and we're just gonna go hunt, and nothing that has to do with scoring really. We're gonna play defense, and we're gonna rebound to the fullest of our ability.
What did you like about the way you guys defended tonight?
We were a unit. Now Virginia Tech, credits those guys. They have a lot of guys that like to hunt shots, and which can make a team very dangerous like that. And our communication on the defensive end, that was really big for the win.
What did you guys do specifically with guarding Padula and Couture to make it a tough shooting night for them?
Take away the 3-ball. They're great 3-point shooters, on the top of the conference, and taking away their 3-ball, forcing them to put on the ground and make decisions, finish over our bigs. That was our goal for tonight.
Yeah, I think especially with Padula, that was kind of on the scouting report, that he really loves to get them open looks, especially off screens where he kind of gets under the screen and you cut him off, then he steps back and shoots it. So for him, it was really on the scouting report, try to get him into the paint, let him see me, McLaughlin, Bickerstaff, like wall up and let him finish over us before we give them open looks. Yeah.
You beat them twice this year. What is it about this matchup that works out in BC's favor again today?
You know, I think I was wondering that myself too, honestly. But for some reason, we match up pretty well against them. I think we're pretty similar teams the way we play. I think they also defend pretty hard, just like us. And for some reason, we've just had the edge in the matchup. They're a very, very talented team. They came off a hot streak, beating some really good teams, right? So we knew we were in for a dogfight. We came on top this time.
What did you see in there? Obviously, you didn't play the first game. What were you seeing from their defense today? But you'd have a big game today.
The biggest thing for their defense is the pick and roll. They really struggle in guarding the late rolls. So we were really playing on that, and that's really what worked in the first game. Kind of getting this first side, second side, third side, grinding them on offense, and we tried to really do that. I think especially in the first half, we did a great job of getting them from side to side to side. And taking advantage of that. Second half a little less, but managed to grind it out.
Anything else? All right, we'll turn it over to Zoom. Sir, up.
On Chaz, late in the game, the lead down to 4. You step up to the line, knock down both those free throws. Can you talk about what was going through your head as you step up to the line and how you were able to knock those down?
Just envision myself in the practice gym. I always try to tell myself, like, hey, like, it's cool. It's just 2 free throws. You're at the line by yourself. Let's just knock these 2 down. Let's go home and win the game.
Dan?
Chaz, I know your role has kind of increased the last couple games, and then obviously you have the breakout today. What kind of has been your key over the last couple of games, and what can you attribute what's been apparently a very obvious growing confidence?
To just stay prepared. It's tough being a freshman in the ACC, but this league is so up and down. Like, you never know what's going to happen, and you have guys that are hot, and you have guys that get injured, and just to be able to step up and just tell myself, like, stay ready for the moment, stay ready for the moment. That's what I've been telling myself this season, and today it showed off.
Saurabh?
As a follow-up to that, I know this is kind of the first time you've gone extended, or at least first time in a couple of months where you've gone 25 plus minutes to 30 minutes. How much more taxing is that for you, and how does that help produce what you've been able to do?
It's definitely taxing. It can cause your body to fatigue, and especially when you get tired, you communicate less. But conditioning outside of practice, outside of the game, that's key for my body today. And I feel like I was able to stay conditioned and just communicate to my team so we could get the win.
Saurabh?
You guys went on a huge 20-4 run to end the half. How did that sort of shift momentum heading into the second half?
We knew the game wasn't over, obviously. We ended the first half very well. I think it all started on the defensive end, right? We were just stopping them, and offensively we were making shots, which was big time, and we were getting the ball inside. I think that's how we win games. Coach always preaches paintball. Getting the ball inside either through post-ups or through drives or through, passes, drives. And in the second half, I think we kind of started off a little worse on the defensive end. We started trading buckets a little bit, which isn't really our style of play, right? It was a very high-scoring game, which usually isn't good for us. Today we managed to pull it off, but it's something we got to work on to get out of that halftime break a little sharper. Also for me personally, I didn't start off great in the second half, but the guys carried me through a little bit. And then towards the second half, we had a run there where we got them up big, and then we really had to tough this one out towards the end to get the win.
Great. Thanks very much. We'll bring Coach on next.